Searching video 5 a.m., the door goes in, and it's the wrong house. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. You're asleep in your own bed, in your own home, having done absolutely nothing wrong. And then the front door explodes inward. Boots in the hallway, shouting, torches, hands, a team of police officers pouring through your house. And here's the part that turns this from a nightmare into something you genuinely need to understand. Sometimes they are at the wrong address, not the criminal they were after. You, an innocent person, in the wrong house, on the wrong end of a raid that was never meant for them. It happens more than anyone admits. And in the terror of that moment, almost nobody knows that the law gives them specific rights. The exact words to say, the one thing to ask to see, the things to write down that can turn a wrongful raid into a claim the police have to answer for. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll know precisely what to do if the police ever come through your door, and how to tell in seconds whether they are even allowed to be there. I'm Oliver Bennett. I'm a criminal defence solicitor here in England and Wales. And in 15 years, I've stood in a lot of hallways the morning after with families who were raided by mistake, who did nothing, and who had no idea that what happened to them was in law unlawful. This isn't legal advice. It's the plain English version of what I wish every one of them had known before the door ever went in. And before you tell yourself this happens to the innocent, here's why this could never be you. That raids only happen to guilty people. Let me stop you right there. Because that's exactly the assumption that leaves innocent people frozen. Wrong house raids don't happen to criminals. By definition, they happen to the innocent. And the reasons are almost stupidly ordinary. A digit transposed on a warrant application, number 16 instead of 61. An intelligence report that's months out of date. And the big one, the police raiding a suspect's last known address, a flat that person moved out of 2 years ago, where a completely different family now lives and sleeps. The suspect is long gone. The address is still on the system. And one morning, it's your door. You don't have to have done anything for this to land on you. You just have to live somewhere a wanted person used to live, or somewhere a tired officer mistyped. That's it. So, let me tell you, when a raid is actually lawful, the warrant, when a raid on your home is actually lawful, because this is the ground everything else stands on, and it's simpler than people think. In almost every case, for the police to force their way into your home to search it, they need a warrant, a document signed by a magistrate or a judge. And a warrant is not a vague permission slip. The law under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act requires it to be specific. It has to name the premises to be searched, your address spelled out. It has to say what they're looking for. And it only authorises a search of that address for those things. So, the single most important fact for you to hold on to is this. A warrant is tied to an address. It is permission to enter one specific building. And if that building isn't yours, the warrant is not a key to your door. It authorises nothing at your myth. It must have been justified. Home at all. And I want to kill a myth right here, because it's the myth that lets people believe a raid must have been justified simply because it happened. The police cannot get a warrant on a whim. To get one, an officer has to go to a magistrate or a judge in writing and satisfy them that there are reasonable grounds to believe a serious offence has been committed, that there's material at that specific address that's evidence of it, and that a search is necessary and proportionate. That's a real threshold, and it's meant to be a real check. Which means a raid is not made lawful by a rumour, by an anonymous tip nobody stood behind, by we smelled something, or by the fact that they turned up mob-handed and looked very sure of themselves. Confidence is not a power. The warrant and the address on it is the power, and everything else is just noise designed to make you feel like you have no right to question it. Entering without a warrant, S.17/18/32. You do. Now, there are a handful of situations where the police can come in without a warrant, and I'll be straight with you about them so you're not caught out. Under Section 17, they can enter to arrest someone for a serious offence, or to save life or limb, or to prevent serious damage to property. Under Sections 18 and 32, they can search premises connected to someone they've just arrested. Those are real powers, but notice what they all have in common. They need a genuine, specific reason that actually connects to your address or to a real emergency inside it. We were in the area. We had a hunch, a welfare concern with nothing behind it. Those are not powers. So whether it's with a